Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and now I've discovered my mic is no longer muted, and you can hear me. See, pro streamer, I'm good at this, right? So, as you may remember, if you've caught the most recent episode, this is where we left off on the planet here. Now, we may want to do something like move because of the mist, but the whole point of this stream is going to be to A, build ourselves a core room area, and B, build ourselves the command deck. You'll see that the hover vessel is out because in the meantime I am concerned about the fuel supply. So we have some fuel being produced here because 3-hour stream. Hi Creeper, how you doing? Good to have you. Yes, we have 33% currently in the fuel tank, and this is dropping at an incredible rate despite the fact pretty much everything is offline. We have 4 hours and 52 minutes of power, which will be plenty for the stream. Oh god, I'm gonna hate this mist, aren't I? Let's have a look a second. Let's see, can we have one? Let's have debug mode, because I'm just going to want to make sure it is daylight, and I may well turn off the weather as well for this, for the sake of the stream. So let's just stop time and we'll tweak ourselves into daylight, and we will turn off the weather as well. So let's get rid of caps lock for a start. Weather off. There we go. And that solves those problems. So if we go up, ooh, I'm at the wrong end of the ship. So as many of you may know from the series so far, we have this core stuck really helpfully right in this doorway. And I want to find somewhere to put the main core. I had been thinking over here, but you know, I'm not happy with it there. This is kind of emergency command area and triage area. And up here, this has the main elevator to the command deck, which goes from the full thing. And I'm thinking the core should go here, in a core room, round about here somewhere. Plus, this is going to be under the command deck. Therefore, it should be fairly heavily protected, is my thought. And that would be useful. So I'm thinking, yeah, it needs to be about here. So let's start off by looking at, let's take some carbon composite block. Oh, yep, that's right. Let's take some carbon composite blocks for starters. Now, what I really wish... Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that should be right. So what I really wish is... I mean, as is, there's we're probably going to have to do this one up here. But what I really like is if they had like a big cable going into all these little cables, but that's not a thing. So tough. That's just not going to work out that way. The other way is to put it like that. But I think I want it to look like it's going up through the deck above. So it's going to go like that. But my question, and I'm going to have to get the older thing out for that. Yeah, it's going to float, which is not what I want. That's not what I want at all. Yeah, I'm less happy with that. I'm less happy with the floating. Okay. So let's put that in, because this is going to be where our core is going to go. and our core is going to go probably on the ground here, I reckon. And I am going to put... So I think it's going to go like this. I've got to bear in mind, if I pick this core up, it's gonna die. So essentially what I want is the T4 extender to go here, 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 and here. And I want to build around it. So I'm temporarily gonna have to turn the ship off, which is gonna be unfortunate. Or the other option, of course, is how over CPU are we going to be when I go down? I'm going to be very over CPU. So I could always temporarily put down 2 T3s, and that will probably keep us from exploding. Maybe. Or I can just turn us off for a few seconds. Hi Millennial, good to have you on board. Right, yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know what anyone thinks, but I can move up on a hill over here, which will take us out of this horrible mist. So I might well do that in just a minute, because this mist is gonna drive me insane. That cannot go on that bar because I can't use it on that bar. It needs to go here. And it's gonna need repairing soon. So, right. This is where I endanger all my food and everything. Oh my god, oxygen is off. We have O2, don't we? We have O2, but that might... Are my plants dead? My plants are not dead. I am turning O2 back on though, just to be safe. Right, yeah, I'm going to have to take these very quickly and chuck them up there. Right, let's turn power off and let's go. I need to spice things up. How do you mean spice things up, Creeper? You want me to go to battle on stream? Because I'm not quite there at the moment. Right, let's pick up those CPU cores. And let's put them... Ugh. I could always put them there. But I don't think I want to. I mean, that would leave the ability to put things there. I still think I want them on the diagonal. I want them on the diagonal. Da, da, da. And there, and that should be fine. And for now we will power back up until we go and take the core. So the idea is, I mean, I can rotate these around if I want later, but the idea will be to put some more of these tube things in. Like so. And again, the temptation here is to put it all like one of these, in fact. Nope, not one of those. One of the ones I just used earlier. Where's it gone? Is that the one? Yeah. Like that. I like that. And then we'd have the core right down the bottom here. And I'm going to encase this with glass. But I'm not really going to be able to get through the glass, so it might end up going straight across. I had hoped I would be able to put it in kind of a bubble, but it's not going to work. Yeah, decorating it, you're not wrong about the decoration. I mean, I could get the deco tool out as I go. I do have a deco tool here somewhere. He says. Looking for the deco tool, which is there. So, I mean, my typical approach for core type stuff is to go with something like this, and maybe the purple or the blue, and you then sort of zap it like that. We've gone blue elsewhere, haven't we? So let's go blue. Oh, I missed. Oh well, we'll sort that one out later. You can be that and black. Who cares? That one. You can actually pick up texturing the same way you pick up blocks, which I should always try to use more. So if you do that, that's kind of what I'm thinking with it. That one as well. And then it looks more sort of like there's data and power flowing, like that. So if we grab this one, we can go around and do the same on the other side. Yoink, yoink. See, and the texture and everything follows now. I love it that they've introduced that. It's very handy. Now here, what do you do here? You could have it flow like that, and then round and in, all to the core with the core in the middle. But I was kind of feeling more to do something like this. So, oh, that one wouldn't be that one, but we'll sort that out in a minute. We'll do that, and we'll grab this one back because we don't want it. And these will texture in just a second. I'll just go joink. And actually, to mix it up, what I'm going to do, in fact, is, because I don't like the fact that that all looks the same, is I will grab, let's grab that so it tries to grab the texture, and hopefully you can grab this one and like that, and like that, and we'll go into the core that way. This one, I'm actually going to change what type of block it is, so we're going to get rid of that one. Take that one out, and we'll put in we need that one, I think. That one. So that one and there. Oh, I didn't take the texture. I was hoping it would. So the thought is that the core will go in there, and we'll put a deco block here that will have sort of core control there. All just for picture-y goodness. Now here along the back, I may end up putting, well, I'll probably put another set of glass panels coming around, but mainly the whole reason I want to put the glass in is not really just for looks. I want to put the glass in because the glass has huge strength, and therefore it will protect the whole core setup massively. If I look in my dump box here, but I'm gonna want some of this. I've got 105 of these, which I'm gonna want a doorway here anyway. So we'll go for something like that. Do we go with that side or the other side? I think that side. We bring that up. We'll put this one, we'll put one over the top here somewhere. This one. Okay. Oh, that's exactly what I want. I'm just being blind. This one, we'll grab this one again. Flip that around. And here, yeah, we'll grab that one again, flip that around. And then we'll want the same here and here. And we'll do the same all the way around. I want to basically, like I say, this is one, I like it for looks, but two, I really like it for just the fact that these have a huge number of hit points, and therefore 100% stop a load of damage. So if I'm suddenly getting pounded the crap out of, it's not going to actually destroy the core, or it's hopefully not going to destroy the core, because it will have to come in through the side and then come in through the glass, or come down through the command deck or whatever. So that is going to be those. And then we'll flip this one to this side, this side, and grab these ones. There. And there. Now we'll have to do all the in-between bits in a minute, but that'll be relatively easy. It feels like it's getting darker. Oh, I'm sure I stopped time, did I not? I stopped time. Just feels like it's getting darker. I definitely feel like I should move the ship up onto the hill though, because this mist is not very enjoyable, to be honest. So then we're gonna chuck those in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2, 3. Stick those in. These are going to be a little bit different. These are going to be one with a tiny little corner piece on it, this bit. So we can just bring these in like that. And that just completes the look of the door frame. And then we need a corner piece, which will be that one. So, I mean, the big question I've got is, has anybody got a good suggestion of how to make the command deck look? I mean, I was going to go for my general sort of slightly back sweeping approach, a bit like the previous one I did on the last CV. It tends to be a bit of my go-to look. But I just wondered if anyone else had any other ideas they could describe to me that, you know, they thought, that actually makes a better look. Let's have a look what we've got. We got some. We'll chuck those in there. We've only got 58 of these. We might have to go and get some more. Which won't be the end of the world. I know where to get some. Yeah, move somewhere where it doesn't have the mist. Okay. As soon as I complete this, I'll stick the new core in, and then I'll move. Let's blah 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 blah. Let's get a door. Where's the? Find me a door. Where are you, door? Am I blind? Am I blind? I do not see a door. let's take the armored door, please. Armored door. I want a big armored door. Middle armored door if I can. You got the middle armored door here? Sure, there's a middle one. There's that one which sits on the end. I thought there was like a middle version. In fact, I felt sure there wasn't like a middle version. Yes, like that version. Yeah, because I think that looks better. And that then gives me space to come in here and put the core in, and then we'll put like a console here. Okay, so moment of truth, we're gonna, let's go down first. We're gonna power down first and then pick up our portable core. And then we've already got that one on the bar. Okay, so power down, grab it, go up, stick in the new core. Oh, what? You've disconnected me from Wi-Fi? Why have I been disconnected from Wi-Fi? Oh, because I haven't got a bloody core. Crap. Okay, temporary core back in. Power up. Balls. Miscalculated. Oops. I didn't think about the fact I was about to get disconnected from the Wi-Fi. That's annoying. Alright. There we go. Okay. Try that again. Power off. Grab the core. This one. And you go in there. Voila! Now we should be producing a load of power. And if I am right, he says, I should be able to shut this power off, and that will be every single generator off. Now I should be able to operate indefinitely. Which I can. Look. I have no power left time because the core is producing enough power to keep me going. That is sweet. On who the shape of your ship are you looking? We'll tell you. We'll go and look at EVE Online. EVE Online, yeah. Or some of Star Citizens. Oh, I tell you. I just wish I could build something like that in Empyrion. Empyrion is a bit too blocky, and the space I've got is gonna hurt for that. But I know what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you. That's a good point, Mark. There are some really nice ships on Star Citizen. I was just looking the other day through a bunch of the pictures I got for like affiliate link stuff and media things for Star Citizen, and wow, did some of those pictures of their ships look amazing. Right, I was looking for a deco console of sorts. What have we got? Have a look. No, I don't really want the whole. I know the hollow screen would look pretty cool. That's a 2-block one, isn't it? And I think that's gonna spoil the thing if you. No, I like that. I'm gonna put that deco console there. And that's going to be the core readout. Here we go, core room. And then if I have more deco consoles, I'd slap them around elsewhere. I think I'm actually, one of the things I'm oddly running low on, I had a feeling was deco consoles. Just because I keep trashing them as much as anything. Right, so that's that done. So given that we're now in pretty good shape in terms of power, let's go and this is the high end. Let's go and pick up the HV and the fuel that I've generated, and we can go and pop ourselves up on the hill. Oh, the other thing I need to do is we'll put this one onto signal logic, and we'll toggle you on low power mode, follow inverse as well. And then all we need to do is turn on the low power mode, turn off the low power mode when we want to have all the power for the thrusters. Fun times are going to be I've got to put all this in the bloody dump box now. Dump box has got plenty of space yet, so this can go in the dump box, please. This can go in a dump box, please. This can go in a dump box, please. As you can see, I picked up just a small amount of wood to make sure I could make some fuel while I'm doing all this, just to top things off. But as it turns out, I'm going to need a lot less of it than I thought. Okay, so that one's actually making, but we'll just pick up the portable constructors and good to go. Yeah, and I can even... 300 and something on fuel. That's a lot of fuel. Yeah, it would give me an idea of an all-over look to go for. EVE Online, I've not had a lot of involvement on it. But I have seen some ship designs for EVE Online. Not that many though, I'll be honest. I never really got into playing EVE. Come on, you can get it up in there without having to use the booster. Thank you. Right, let's no, you're supposed to park in this side. Park here. And actually you're supposed to park the other way around, please. Mr. Hover Vessel. That's it. Park this way. Get in here. There we go. We park here and we back up. And you should be able to, you should connect like that. And then we can turn you off. And you park dock to the wall, just like that. Beautiful. I should have lowered you down first. Let's not land you completely, but we'll dock you in. But yeah, I mean, Star Citizen has some absolutely beautiful ship designs. I don't know if you saw it, Mark, but I did do a 5-episode sort of try of Star Citizen, where I'll admit I have my issues with the game, which some of which are me issues and some of which are game issues. But it's a really interesting game. It's just I'm not sure it could end up being one of my sort of mainstays. How much power am I using? Food. Yeah, I'm gonna need some food. Ooh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't actually check out the junk storage while I was here. And look at my power usage. My power usage is nothing still. I'm checking out that junk storage before we go. Let's find something to munch. There we go. That'll do. There's food in the dump box. Not a problem. Thank you, Creeper. Over a year ago, that they made it that you can play and try out EVE online for free. Yeah, I mean, I think years ago I had a copy of... Oh, hello. Oh, hello indeed. Oh, that's a find. That I've embraced the box. To be fair, that's true. I have kind of embraced the brick. And that's because if you build your own, it is so hard not to end up with a brick. In all honesty, I did do a little exploration. Was that? No, that was that. That was not a junk thing. Before we... Well, I'm not going to leave the planet yet. I want to get that. I want to get that gun at some point. And the other thing I want to do is make myself a better way of getting up on the ship. But yeah, it's one of these things of, I'm hoping this isn't going to end up a box. I have an idea, actually. If we get round to it today, I'm walking to the wrong place. I wish I knew my way around my own ship. I mean, I built it. I should know where I'm going by now. There was a hill up over here somewhere. Look, I'm not even maxing out the generator. Not even close. So let's go for that hill just over there. I don't think there's any trouble over by that hill. So we'll go over by that hill. It's far enough up. It's a bit more in the daylight. I can make it work. So what I was thinking of doing ultimately is moving a bit away from the box later by sort of rounding the two sides on either side where the side thrusters are, and making it a bit more of a rounded ship. But oh god, that was not the best parking in the world, was it? Let's try that again. Right, coming down. Beautiful, perfectly level. Perfectly level and balanced. Oh, wrong thing. As all things should be. I'm going to turn off the thrusters again. Oddly, do I have power usage again? So which one is on? What is on? Why do I have power left? That's interesting. Even though, because the core should be producing 50, right? So that core produces 50. We're probably not going to be able to see it here. And for some reason, where has... Oh god. There it is. Yeah, there we go. No, okay, I can't do it there. I'll show you in with the one I've still got in storage. Where are you, core? There. So it produces 50 kilopower units. Yeah, I mean, and sorry, I'll answer that in a second, Mark. But it should be producing 50 power units. So what's producing 7.5 power units? I have no other generators on board. These are all off. Nothing else should be producing power generation or consuming it. To me, this should now be... It should now be running on, like, silent running. It should not be consuming fuel. Are we consuming fuel? Yes. Why? If you turn the oxygen off. No. Okay, let's turn it off and turn it on again. I don't know. I'm intrigued now. I don't know why this is burning fuel. If I turn these on, it's the same usage. It's as if the generators are running. I don't understand why it's still using fuel like the generators are running. I'm now going to have to go back outside and put the bloody fuel things down because I need to be making some fuel, because I'm going to chew through it all. That is disappointing. I'm sure it's not supposed to work like that. Maybe when I reload the game later, I will not get that problem. So yeah, I mean, Star Citizen, yes, I haven't played it since the new patch update, which is supposed to be a vast improvement. But yeah, it's still quite buggy. It's not there yet, and it's not quite a full playable game. And yeah, I also have my doubts if it will ever get there. Dysteria is something on my list to give a good go. I like the... Oh god, am I going to be able to get back up into here? Dysteria really interests me, but since its more recent updates, it's had some really bad reviews, actually. Which is not good. So Dysteria worries me a little from that side. Oh, missed it. Let's get the fuel on the go. Spaceborne, I've been meaning to watch Spanj playing Spaceborne. I have not yet. Thumbnails look good. Other than that, I know almost nothing about Spaceborne, so I would be hard pressed to judge on Spaceborne. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I think, even as far as I'm concerned, we all started that way. We all started building, you know, taking mainly like J. Randall builds and things like that from the workshop and looking at it. And to be fair, yes, I do also doubt that Empyrion will ever be a full game. I do see where you're coming from there. Right, let's move this. We're going to need to move this ship off the deck. You know what? I blended the ladder in with this ship. Now I can never bloody see it. There it is. I noticed in the most recent patch notes for the update to 2.0, it said that they're gonna start working on completing the first phase of the something's getting nailed, of the storyline quests, and I was just like, about freaking time. Okay, there's something down there. Because, I mean, I have actually, to some extent, I was almost annoyed that they overhauled the starter experience as much as I enjoyed the new overhauled starter experience. Yes, I hate you guys. Ah! Hang on. There you go. There's gonna be these things around everywhere. Oh my god, there's hundreds of them. Die, all of you scumbags. Yeah, I was annoyed they kind of overhauled the starter experience, but I've still not finished the goddamn bloody quest. You know, it's just so upsetting to me. I'm just like, really? Can we not actually reach the conclusion of the main quest? And this is going to be version 2.0. So, I mean, if we got to 2.0 and we still don't have an end to the main quest, I feel a little crap about that. Because I think, you know, Empyrion, you can do better than that, surely. Anyone, I've had plenty of time working on this game, and I'm not criticizing the job they've done. I enjoy the game, of course I do. I play it a lot. But I mean, you know, give me the end to the main quest, please. Ooh, something I need to check out. Someone said in the comments about attaching solar panels to a CV. I'm pretty sure that's a Reforged thing only. But now I want to check. While I'm here, solar panels. Base, yes. Okay. Question answered, curiosity sated. Right. So, command deck. So, I'm thinking I want something in the way of... Yeah. It doesn't have to be that wide, you see, so I'm thinking maybe this wide, and then if I do roll these sides out to be a slightly different shape, it will just step out a bit further here, which I don't see as a problem. Gives it a bit of an asymmetrical look, but I'm good with that. So I'm thinking this row would be kind of the middle, and it's not going to be massive, but it'll probably have maybe 2 decks to it. So it'll start off like back here and sweep upwards, and it's gonna be my main reticence here of why I'm sort of umming and ahhing about where I'm going to put the first block, which I should just get on with, is the fact that I'm going to make it out of combat steel. I've got an absolute shed ton of combat steel somewhere. I thought I had more than that. He says I had a shed ton of combat steel. I had a lot of combat steel. I had 500 blocks of combat steel. Oh, I know where it is. It's in loot. Yes, I have a whole bunch more extra things in loot, like a whole bunch more deco console. I should remember that and sort that. Yes, I have like 600 blocks of combat steel. Now, combat steel is obviously heavy, but given the amount of power I have, I'm not going to worry about that. So, if that's going to be the middle, I'm thinking this sort of goes up and sweeps out. But I'm not sure how steep it's going to go up or how big it's going to be. I guess you've just got to start building and then figure it out. I mean, the other thing you could do is build the basic outline out of carbon substrate and then build it up from there. Because I want it to come out, and it's probably going to come out one more block here. Oh, you know what I should be doing? I should be saying that's the middle line. So let's turn on the symmetry plane. Let's turn that one off, and let's stick that in. Because symmetry. So that way, I'm going to build the same thing over here, which will actually already come out a block this way. So this is where I might have to trim things back later or mess with it. It's going to be a bit of a odd looking thing. And then, what do we want? One like that. I don't know. Oh, is there a version of that that's not quite as steep? He says. It's always a struggle trying to figure out what block to use. Yeah, like if I went like that. I could bring it up. But then I end up bringing it out another block, I think, and going out to there. Because it's going to want to come up and in. So I am thinking like that. And then we'll see where that's going. Problem with building in creative is very much the problem that this is, you know, it's not going to look tidy no matter what you do here. Well, or if I want to delete a block, I've got to go back to square one. So do I or do I just embrace this one? But I don't want to embrace that one. Don't want to embrace that block. Want to embrace that block. There we go. Better, happier, maybe. In my ideal world, that keeps going up. I mean, this whole thing's going to be a massive chunk of combat steel. Yeah. Oh, of course, Empyrion obviously, you know, well, for one, it doesn't have that pay for the nice ship sort of thing that you're talking about, and two, it doesn't have, you know, it doesn't have the ability to build like you do in Empyrion, things like that, and that is always really good if you ask me. So, and to some extent, that is something that almost concerns me with things like, let's say, Star Citizen, where you've got to ask yourself, could, you know, if they really want the money, are they going to go like pay to win? You know, which to some extent you could say it almost is already in some ways, because you can buy yourself some really good ships. Not that you can't earn those ships anyway, but you know what I mean. Right. Like that. That will be level 1. Oh, that didn't go in because I was stood there like a fool. Okay, there we go. So then this, we would either put a block there or put another piece of glass there. To be honest, I'm more tempted to put a block there. So that's what I'll do. Here, yeah, fine. And here, we just want this one. Yep, yoink. Yoink. And that one. There, lovely. So this actually isn't going to be the cockpit, because the cockpit I want to be able to see more from it. This is, I'm thinking this for like my quarters, you know, safety first, have your quarters exactly where they're going to get blown up. I only say that about the pay to win because I hate pay to win. And, you know, even though I've kind of come to enjoy that Star Trek Online a bit, and that is, you know, if you want it to be, that is extremely pay to win. I don't think they've got one. Goes from this. What am I doing here? from that to that. No, they have, haven't they? They've got one that goes. Where is it? I've seen you before. Where are you? Not that one. This one. Like that. I'm sure they haven't got one that fits in there like I want, but there you go. In fact, I might be tempted to bring that up steeper. Yeah, and figure out and do this differently. But that would be essentially my quarters. And then we're going to go back one more. So I'm just going to start off by sort of fleshing it out to where I kind of want it to be. And then sort of figure things out from there. Yeah, that would go back, and then the cockpit would be on this level. So we would want, okay, this is going to be heavy being combat steel, but what the hell, eh? I know I'm not. I know I'm not using the drone, and everyone tells me you should use the drone, and I should. I get around a lot easier with the drone. And you can do this and look at it from afar and sort of decide how you want it to be. The only thing I don't like about these windows is that they don't have one tilted back like this, but with a base on it in that direction. So like this, but tilted backwards. I wish they did. Because I would like that. So what I'd like to do is I need to think about this because it's got to go up a couple of blocks. It's going to need to go... I'm going to move it back to, say, here. But that way round? Yeah. Go here, but that way round. And this is where I'm going to run into something it doesn't want to do for me again. Which is, it hasn't got, like, a rounded corner block or anything like that. Small, tight, rounded corner. Because you could go... And I'd like to move that out one, but go round and then on top sort of dome it over. Because what I'd like to do is, for example, that, and then perhaps close it off with one. Like, why aren't you attaching how I want you to? Like that. That's how I'd like it to be. I can tell you now, that's probably not how it's going to be. Because the game says no. You can do that with the other windows, the armored windows. You can do things like that with the armored windows. But they just don't look as nice. Which really bugs me. I want more of these blocks. Because the armor windows look so much better. Where is it? For example, we have a look in her somewhere where we've got like a bunch, just so we can look through the blocks really. On the armor blocks, you can do all sorts of funky things like that. Or like that. To get around there. But you end up with the lines in the window as well, which I like a lot less. Because if you brought it up by one, even if I went by that one, and then did one tilting back or one tilting back like that, you end up with a line like right in your field of vision. I don't like it. So, enough of my whining. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I either embrace the slant again and then deal with that with going around a corner with it, which I think you can do. Corner. No, actually I don't think I can do it. I'd have to leave it open. Or you go straight. Because there's no good clean way to close this off. I would have to go for one of these. Hang on, I'm having a thought. If I went like that with it, and then I brought, I don't know, what flavor are we going for here? Not that. And not that one, I don't think. But the one like it, yeah. Like that. But I want the one without it. Yeah, there. Then you come out and build just a smooth frame around here. And then you can come down the side. So then we go similarly here. Like that. And then we need to bring, because this is going to have to start coming up a lot more steeply. So this will then transition into this. Which I would even then bring over to this level. And then bring up. Not convinced. And bring that over. But then keep this one like that. And then I'm going to put an edge on there. Which needn't be combat steel, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then this, we're going to have windows come out here somewhere. Any thoughts so far? Other than, damn, that's ugly. You know what, though? I'm still tempted to drop this back in by one block. Or start this coming up earlier by one block. So it would... In fact, I think I am. Because it gives it a bit of that as I think it's J Randall or Splitsie would call it. It's like texture. Texture from blocks, you know, without actually texturing. So by that, oh balls. No, I can do that. I can still do that. I can transition it there and bring it out one that way. And then bring it up like that. And then you bring it up at the same here, here, and then you transition back into this one, like so. With those in there, yoink, yoink. I actually prefer that, even though your field of vision almost feels less. I think it's better, because then I can do that on this side, which will make that feel a little bit more open. And then you can start looking at side windows. So then we need to... How do we transition this one now? Ideally down to like half block height. Not that one. It's the one I'm thinking of. No. So this is where I get to very much umming and ahhing about what block I'm sticking in. Is it that one? I'm kind of feeling like it is. No, it's not that one. But it's sort of like that one. Like that one? Nope. It's almost like I want to go across, but I don't want to go across straight. I want it to transition some more. So... which do I want? Where you go from, say... It's the problem with these. I have to wiggle these around for ages to be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like that. Well, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm sure there's a block that does this. It's not this one, is it? It's like that one, but I want the nose of it to be higher. I want that one, but like that. Am I cracking up? Is there no such block? I might have to stop looking in a minute. Just because I'm starting to think I'm losing it, and there is no such block. I feel like there is one though. No, I think I'm deluded. I don't think there is. I think I'm lying to myself. In which case, I'm going for that. Maybe. And then this would have to go full block. It feels so boxy. Because now I want windows to come out here. So we want windows coming out here. Thinking same sort of deal. Same sort of wing type deal going on. I mean, these don't really quite do what I want them to do here. But yeah, I'm thinking similar sort of wing type out here. Because again, the same thing at the bottom. Why are you not? What? Why are you red? Let's go back to that and take that block again. And why are you red? Oh, turn the shield on. And that would be where that would go. Which again means you have to sort of transition down on this side and come out. And this is going to be your like command deck as a whole. With, I don't know, I'll probably make this one maybe maybe that long. Like that. And then back here, before it all ends, and it winds up down in the thrusters back here, which is going to have to slope down pretty quickly at the back. But that's fine. I'm going to want to put a door here somewhere, so I can get in and out the ship in space super fast. And also there's going to need to be a door around about here somewhere, because this one is going to allow me to X out onto this deck to get to this ship. In which case I almost feel like this is not quite how I want this to be. I almost want this to taper back down or back in. Thoughts here. So I'm going to take these off again. I'm glad I've got a decent multi-tool, especially when I'm using combat steel. This would be painful otherwise. So I'm going from straight edge. I don't think I want one of these. Because I think this is gonna, like, even if I go the other way around, that's gonna mean I have to transition that one down, and that's too soon. Too soon, it says. You do that. No, I don't like. I want to bring that sort of back up over. I'm thinking to go. Oh, there's no way in hell there's a block that does that, is there? There's just no way in hell there's a block that does that. No. You have to sort of pick how you want it to go here. I mean, what you could do is do that much, or here we go. Here's the thought. We'll do that much, and then you do this one. I mean, this is going to look weird, but I kind of like weird. And the other thing is to just go out up to the full block and then just overhang it, which is also not a terrible idea. In fact, I think I like the overhang idea more. This is the only annoying thing. I've got to remember to take both these off, or it goes all horrible. So, what I mean by the overhanging it, if you're not following me, is I bring this back up to being the full block, like so, and then I transition the other way here with something like that. Not that, but something like that. So maybe that, or even something less than that, which you could do. You could always go just straight into because it doesn't have to follow strict lines. Actually just follow it round like that. Bring it over. Kind of like that actually, even though it looks weird. And have like this going over the top, opening out. This would then have something there, he says. Something there, because there's going to be a gun turret on top. Maybe like you transition that back, and then you I don't know, this is either going to be ugly or ugly as sin, or I'm going to actually quite like it. I know it's a weird look. Kind of a weird look. Not terrible though, because then you put a gun turret up here. And you put, again, these don't really have to be combat steel. You put like these here. And that can hide your gun turret in there. And they don't, those little short blocks, they don't actually interfere with the gun turret's firing, in my experience at least anyway. But they do actually protect your gun turret from getting shot by one whole block, which is nice. So that would then go, yeah, this you would have to bring down like this. And this you could step up inside. Is there not? I thought there was here a corner piece. But these, a bit like there is with the rounded. Because there's like this version here. And I mean, everything's so square. I'm not loving the idea of going rounded here. But you can do that. I thought there was something that did that on the square pieces. But I don't see it here. Like a triangular one. Triangular version of the same thing. But I don't see it. So we're going rounded. Rounded it is. Our decision made. That one. And then we go... I do have a habit of mixing rounded stuff in. And I might even change one of these later to be a rounded air vent. And was my drone in that area or something? That's why that didn't actually take. Right, and then this one, let's pick up. Oh, I'm not. Why am I not picking up the block? There we go. Alright, let's pick up that block. Bring down there at least. This one, same. I feel like I've just designed the gullwing cockpit. I'm not sure if I should be proud or ashamed. To be quite honest at this point. It's not quite sure whether it's good, bad, or whatever. I notice everyone's being very quiet with their opinions. Which actually is a little concerning. What I might do is take that one off there. Then we'll put in like that one. Go. I think maybe everyone else isn't sure either whether this is a good design or a bad design. Because yeah, now you're gonna want to go like this, he says. So isn't that the block I want? Nope, that's not the block I want. One of these. It's not that one. It's that one. Oh, you're liking the gullwing cockpit. Oh, for some reason my stream chat's paused. Sorry, you guys have been typing. The last thing I have seen is Empyrion lets you able to build, and I was wondering if everyone's being quiet, and everyone is not being quiet. It's just I've completely missed it. My humble apologies. My stream chat stopped. I just saw something out the corner of my eye on one of my other ones. So yeah, well that's why I'm trying to avoid using a half block on the inside and again on the outside in the wrong place. I hear you with the half block issues. It has upset me many a time. Yeah, I mean, they don't advertise. No, they seem to rely much on. Well, I would say people like myself, but people who have who are a lot bigger than myself who actually stream Empyrion to really sort of sell the game. But yeah, it does kind of bug me. I think to me at the moment they need to stop with the window dressing stuff. To stop with all the prettiness updates. Look, I love the prettiness update, and I would love my character not to look like he's made out of Play-Doh. That would make my day. But having said that, I want the quest to end. I want the game to have a conclusion you can reach, which it doesn't. And I think that is very bad for the game, that it doesn't have a conclusion you can reach. So I mean, if I was buying a game, you know, you imagine all the crap they gave like Cyberpunk when it came out, and I'm not saying, you know, Cyberpunk was wonderful when it came out. It had its issues for sure, and I've not really been a big fan of Cyberpunk, but not my type of thing. But you think of the crap they gave Cyberpunk when it came out, and then you think, well, what if you got, you know, 60% of the way through the game or something like that, and then suddenly you couldn't go any further because the quest just ended. And I know we're talking about very different size development teams and things like that, but I'm just using it as an example. Imagine that. People would be like, what the hell? And that's where I get so upset, because I would give any game a hard time for not giving me a conclusion. I have not taken the one from the other side, which I'm going to regret. Thank you. Nope, wrong block. I don't know why I started using Streamlabs to multi-stream the different platforms, and I'm not sure if it's Twitch that doesn't like it, because the Twitch side never works, but also the actual multi-stream chat, unlike Restream, seems to be somewhat questionable as well. So I'm not sold on their multi-platform streaming system at the moment. Because yeah, that's how I end up missing your chat. Their multi-stream just froze. And maybe I can click refresh chat and it'll work. But who knows? It doesn't seem to like to. Right, what if I did... That might work. Or something along those lines instead, to make it feel a bit more open in here. How am I going to go from that one to the other here? Like, nope. Like that. Like that. Better. And I can trim that block off as well and bring that one out. And it's going to feel a lot... Oh. No, that's fine. And this area is going to feel a lot bigger. And we'll just stick one of those in there. I don't know why doing this makes me feel better. It just does. I'll have to put something in this area anyway. But I prefer it that way. Alright, So yoink, that's coming down there. Floor, yes. All the way across to Geek, not that far. There. Now we need to get this in the right spot. Right. Hang on. In one, there. There. I'm gonna say, oh, one out. It's close. There. So, there we go. I'm not symmetrical. Am I not? Are you sure? Well, I mean, I'm not symmetrical on this side of the ship. I will grant you. This is overhanging the side of the ship a little bit. But in all honesty, that's actually how I want this to be. Because I have a plan for this side, the side of the ship. On the inside of the cockpit window. Okay, inside cockpit window. You're right, right there. Thank you. There you go, and let's save that be. There we go. Spot on. I still don't like the round bits there. I might do something else with that later. Yeah, I think I got it. I think that's the one. So ultimately there'll be a cockpit here. This will have the little thing here. We'll have to figure something else out with all that. This is going to be my bedroom. And somewhere back here, I need to put what is going to be a space exit. Either out the back or out the side. And a deck exit. So kind of want to make this steeper now. I do. Kind of want to make that steeper, which I think I'm going to have to do. Comes out too wide, too fast. Or at least that's what I feel. So if we go with this one, like that, then like that. At least this, to some extent, makes it easier because there's a distinct sort of progression to how this block goes up. Then it gets more complicated for the next bit. I have an idea where that one's going as well. That. And then you do the same again on top. Where you just yoink. 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 Grab that. Grab that. And then we change things up a bit and go for this one. Maybe. Not totally convinced by that, he says. No, I might let it go a little bit further before I do those shenanigans. But that's what I'm kind of looking at. Did I get it in the 318? I'm assuming I got the block in question that you mentioned. And thank you. Yeah, we'll go that way. I'm preferring for at least now. Then I don't really know quite where we're gonna, how I'm gonna end up flat here. Because I'm gonna have to end up flat here. But I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna end up flat here, because this is gonna go to half block, I think. And this is gonna stay full block. See, this is where I almost want this to stay half block, because I want this to look like a bit like I've done downstairs. I want it to stand out like it's a specific thing. So I'm still not quite convinced about that. I'm gonna move on to just going up further at the moment and figure out how I'm doing that first. Let's work from the top, because this is going to come down. I have very little choice about how this comes down. There is, I could just bring it like, ooh, I could bring it down like that. And in fact, I think I will. At least for now. That's going to come out like that. Then at least when the two meet, I might start to be able to figure out where I go. If you're with me. Because this is how I often approach a lot of my builds. I'm basically building. I do these little bits like this to try and give it a bit of external texture, and now I almost feel like I should drop this down by half a block. You know, move this way by half a block to give it that, or one block to give it that sort of look. And then I sort of try and get to a point where two bits have to meet up, and therein lies the answer to what you're gonna do. Like here is the answer to what I'm gonna do. That tells me that if I'm gonna do that, I need to move this back by half a block, and that will complete that look anyway. So unfortunately, this means the following. And I should have plenty of multi-tool charges. And I think several people are pointing this out to me. I'm sure they didn't used to be, but the multi-tool charges now don't even use Prometheum for Star Salvage, which is kind of cool. So that means I can make dozens of them without having to worry or go to a trader to buy them. Now I just have to remember which block I want from here. Probably triangle friend this one. Yes. Yep. That's how we're doing that. Much happier with that. And it's weird that that's sort of like half the story of how my builds go. I'm just like, you know, actually I think that will look better, and then you end up stripping it back and you're like, yeah, that looks better. It gives it an external texture. And then you feel a lot happier with it. Right. So we need to come out to like half block there. The dreaded half block. I love the look of half blocks. I just hate that, as I think it was Mark was saying earlier, you just can't put anything on top of them. Pains me greatly. Right, yes. That would then make one there. Yeah, this is going to turn out alright, I think. That's not going to go quite how I want it to be. But again, I think it'll work with this block. Like that. That block. And then not that one. I know which one I want. I want this one. Lovely. And then whatever's going in here is going to be, I think it's this one. Yep, perfect. And that one. And it's easy from there on out. Beautiful. Happy. Very happy. And at least then inside, the half blocks are not on the inside. So if I want to put stuff on the wall here, aside from this horrible block right there that sticks out horribly, which I'm sure if I take out, it's going to leave a big hole. So this is where we'll probably end up with a shower and a toilet or something like that, because that's what I'll end up trying to do in those areas to cover up that internal shape. But actually, that, look, it's not the most beautiful cockpit in the world. And I'm still tempted almost to straighten that back by one to make that transition smoother, because I kind of feel like it should be. But we'll look at that later. What we need to do is get this to be as I want it to be. And with that, we're probably going to go straight to full block. Feeling like. And I'm not sure it's beautiful, but it's not terrible. That's my standard of passable, not terrible. Is that going to be... That is going to be the same. But then I think I'm going to want to go down sharp. Are we going to want to go down sharp? I think so. I think that will match. Yes, functional. Thank you, very diplomatic. That is basically the story of any of these ships I have built in survival. Is at least it's ultimately going to be functional. do, and we'll half block all of this. And this is going to have a doorway in it of some description. And I don't quite know if that's going to be... I want a big door. So we'll go for the big door for now. And then how do we finish this? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks at the moment. My temptation here is to then go for a similar setup, but not windows, and 3 blocks. It's got personality. Thank you. Is it one of the, you know, it's a ship with a face only your mother could love, as they say. So my thought is to go like that almost, but actually step it out just a tiny bit, because then I'm going to put the door there. Actually, that's something I've done before. But I'm thinking about it now, because what I've done is I put a door there before, but the door, you almost want to protect it because the door can get blasted off. Curvy ships always do, yeah. Unfortunately, this is now a curvy brick. But my thought is, like normally I put the door on the outside, on the inside, and then blast door blocks on the outside. But I'm thinking about doing it the other way around here. So what we would do is go down like, not sure, 3 or 4. And we're getting close to the back now. We're running out of space here. Oh, hungry. Somewhere here we've got food chucked away. Yeah, beautiful. So do I want it? Do I want to go for 4? I don't like 3. Do I want to go 4 or do I want to go 2? That's 1, 2, 3. Go 2. Be 1, 2, 3. Then we dropping down. Yeah. Struggling to decide. I put another block on there a second. Now, that's just too many. Not going to work. Not a chance. Okay, that answers that question. 2 it is. So what we're going to do is that one. One. Literally just going to replicate this now. And all of that is going in there. Yoink. This one's going to be slightly different in terms of the gullwing. Not sure how different. It's probably... I don't know. I think I'm actually going to change this. Yeah, I'm going to change this. Very slightly. It's going to go like that. Going to get rid of that. And don't forget to take those two out. Oh, and hello Divine, by the way. Missed you there. Didn't say hello. Now, this one. Or this one. I want the extra strip in there. Now, that's kind of the other way around, the one we've got, but I purposely want at least... That's going to go back easy, nicer as a half block. Which is kind of what I want. I want that to go back, and I want it to go... Don't ask me why this is just going to be one of those funny things just to give it a bit of a weird look. But then I'm just going to go not with the full block there. Purposely going to go with that block. But almost mirror that, but not quite. But then this one... Tempted to go fairly small, because I've had a thought, instead of sticking a door in, could always just stick a force field in. Yeah, that one might have to have something done about it, but this one you can't do anything about. So this is something that bugs me. You'll get this, then I'm not going to be happy because it's going to look a bit funky. Be like, I don't like it. Because this, you're going to have this here, and then what you're going to do is put in a couple of blast door blocks here. I did install the fancy core, and I don't understand why, yeah, but I'm actually producing 57,500 thing. All my generators are turned off. I'm almost tempted to remove them because they're all off, but I'm still chewing fuel. Well, I'm not chewing that much fuel, but ultimately I don't understand why it's doing it, because when I first put it in, it said power left blank, because I just had enough power to do what the hell I liked, and it seems to have changed its mind, and I feel a little bit cheated by that. Other than that, I'm happy. The core is in. Oh, and that... Yeah, and you do get 15 million. Because you get the 5 million plus the 10 million from the extenders. So I have now 100% installed the fancy core. And I still have one spare in the bank, which is nice. So, thought is, you either put a door here, which is highly possible, or somewhere here, I should have some blast door blocks, which are somewhere. Yes. That is the, probably in the loot box, I'm going to say. I'm sure I picked some up from that station. I'm sure I picked up some blast door blocks. This is where okay, we can sort items. There, see? I know I had some. And very briefly, I'm going to turn off symmetry. Because oddly, I don't want to fly out this side. So this side might be something else. Maybe that will be a standard window. But here, what I want to put is a couple of blast door blocks. Like that. Yep, there and there. Beautiful. And then, I mean, you can put the door on the outside, or you could just put one of those force fields, which is also really tempting. Just to put one of those glowing force fields there, and then just have it hooked up so that when you walk down that end, they open up. If I let the fuel run out, I reckon I would still have power. I'm pretty sure I would. I don't understand what's producing the extra 7.2 killer chickens of power. Back to armor door. So armor door. Dubel, if you don't mind. At the moment, we'll put the door there, and that will be quick exit. I mean, I could always put it on both sides, or I could just ignore it and pretend that nothing ever happened and that yoink yoink, everything's fine. Or I could just put another window in there. Just step it back in. Yeah, let's do that. Why deny myself the window space? And that is that's not a block I can adjust again for the things. I always look at this and I always want to cut holes in the roof of my ship because I'm not super happy with it. Oddly, I normally put them that way around, but this time I'm putting it this way around because there you go. That will go there. Perfect. That's as I want it. Back to symmetry plane. Okay, so the elevator's going in there. I still haven't actually... I should be fine, because if I remember rightly, I've now sealed this off in all places so that this elevator is completely sealed. So, for example, taking this force field off should not have any impact whatsoever. And I am missing a block of some sort right there. Go. Perfect. Elevator block. Let's stick in a couple of elevator blocks while I've got the symmetry plane. Let's turn that off. And then the force field can go back in. I thought I was linked to force field. What box am I actually linked to? I'm linked to the dump box. Okay, my favorite nonsensical things. I've finally learned which way these things go. Although I just don't like the fact now that that stands up there. It's gonna upset me. I might have to shift that round and put like a console here or something, or put like a console there. And shift that round so as that doesn't quite upset me quite so much. Oh, that can go back on now. Alright, there you go. This cockpit's gonna weigh an absolute shit ton, let's be honest. Right, so what have we got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So basically you can have a back-to-back turret of some sort there. And at this point, we want to start bringing it down. What am I doing? There we go. So that's where that's going to start coming down. And this one... How am I going to bring this down? Do we... I don't think we do that. So I've looked at those before. And again, not in love with that. But this end, it was kind of different because it didn't quite go like that. So I've got to look at maybe doing something similar. Maybe bringing this out and bringing this down again as like a supporting buttress, because I like that look. And once you start with that look, you kind of got to keep it going, because it makes the sort of feel right thing. Oh, I accidentally put an extra block in. So I'll also say something else I'm thinking about here on the back. And this is something I think several of you have mentioned. Is to get rid of these giant thrusters on the back. And I'm thinking of putting in banks of like 2 or 3 of these. Like a row of 3, gap, a row of 3, a gap, so on and so forth. And this will get replicated sort of down the side in a couple of places as well. So even if this ship is not complete at the end of this series, which could well happen if depending on when KnowItALL's update comes through, I am gonna probably keep working on it on the, you know, sort of on the quiet at other times, because I kind of growing on me, this ship, like, you know, like a melanoma. I like the fact it's relatively functional. It's big, but it's not vast. I mean, if anything, even though we took the biggest door, I'd love to make it a bit bigger. So yeah, what I'm thinking here is to put in another window just for fun. I actually tend to prefer these. I might yet change this. And middle one, where are you? Where are you, middle one? There you are. Go view out the back as well, just for reversing. Perfect. this is going to end up in half blocks, isn't it? I can see. I don't want to come out all the way because that's going to be... Right. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how that's going to end. I like the fact this whole cockpit is just sort of perched on the top because I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to finish it yet. Well, again, as things go, I'm relatively happy. Let's turn that off again a second and just fill that in before I forget. And we're going to have to take some blocks out here and start thinking about what we're going to do there. But, and can go back on now. Put those back in. And deselect that, thank you. Then back here, we need to come up with however the hell we're actually going to say we've finished this, because it doesn't finish on a natural join like the other one did. I'm sure we can make that work though. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring this one. Sorry, just flicking up another window to see what's going on the other thing. Okay, no problem. Let's yeah, oh, I don't like that. No, it's gonna have to be okay, so we're gonna go like that, I think. I don't really like that either. That's a problem, isn't it? Okay, I have one more option. If I went on, not that one. That one. With that one. And stick that one on top. Doesn't look too bad. Not noticeably different. That will be, but that's where the problems come. Because there is no block for that. You end up having to do something like that. See, and I don't like that. Okay, okay. I have another option, which I hadn't considered. That's screwed up over there anyway. Okay, so next choice, and it is this one. No, it's this one. Yeah, very much. Because one way or another, I've got to change one of these into something that's not quite what I want it to be. Yeah, that's frustrating. That's not going to fly. I thought I had another option there. May not have been as much of an option as I'd hoped. I think that is the other option. Is to go for that. But then you end up going out to the... I don't want to go all the way out to the half block. You see, I don't want to go all the way out to the half block. And if I don't go out all the way out to the half block, you end up with nothing like that to go in the slot. You either go with that, which does work, but then, what you can do, of course, you can go with, is it this one? That would work. Sort of. I would like it to be more one-sided, but I don't think I can force that to be a thing. I think I can do that on the next layer down. So yeah, it's not quite how I'd want it to be. Actually, I know what. I know what to do. What if I did? Because this comes over one extra. So why don't I make the whole thing come over one extra? Like that. Much happier. Much happier. Much happier with that. That is one of the things with it. You just can spend hours here just going, what block do I actually want in this spot? Yeah. Much happier with that setup. Yeah. Thank you, Divine. Yeah, it's one of those things where, I'll be honest, this is an idea. I mentioned it earlier. I stole it from, 100% stole it from, I think it was Splitsie who said it first, but I've heard Jay Randall say it as well. And that is that you're basically adding texture using blocks. So instead of like texturing the ship, you know, with the texture tool, you're actually just adding texture in a different way. And I kind of like that thought. It works well. And it's something I've, ever since I think I heard Splitsie say it, I've been trying to put that into practice. Now this is not going to work. There isn't a piece that goes in there. That's too big. That's too big. So you end up having to stick the ickle one in here somewhere. But that's okay. I'm actually okay with that ickle one going in. Oddly, I'm fine with that. I quite like that little break. I don't know if I'm trying to convince me or someone else, but I quite like that little break. What I'd love to do is change this into a angle, but it's not going to happen. Don't think I can take this from a square into a... They don't have a block that goes from a square into a sort of triangle. It goes from this into a straight across version. That's something they should have. They should have a block. They've got one that goes from round to a triangle, but they haven't got one that goes from a square to a triangle. There's just nothing you can do. Which is where you'll end up going... I don't know what we'll end up doing there. We'll have to figure that out. But that will be half blocks. Yeah, which means this is going to have to be square. I mean, I'd love to convert that to be that triangle. I think it would edge it off well. I mean, you can do that. But what you would have to do here, which is going to look a little more odd, you got to take this out, take this out on the other side, and you end up having to put in this one because there's no choice, which again isn't terrible. Again, I kind of like the effect. But I'm not sure it's better. So this is coming out to a half block, he says. Or is this a half block already? This is a half block already. Okay. So that is coming out like that. Yep. And this is going to half block down here. And then eventually this is going to turn into Thrusterland. It's almost sealed. Apart from that great hole. Okay, we might need to go down there and fix that. And that's going to get fixed with combat steel as well. Just to sort of make sure that this area is difficult to puncture. Because this is going to be basically the bit that keeps me alive and the core alive when I need it to. Because what you won't have seen, Divine, is that the core is now in this lower area down here. So this is where all the core is now. The core zone here. And the reason I've put it here is because I get the feeling, with the way things are going, eventually this ship is going to go into battle of some description. And that means that that core is going to be behind whatever I've built out for this engine. This great big ugly cockpit area and whatever I put down the side here. So it's going to be as highly protected as it's going to get. That's at least the plan for now, is to make it as hard to blow up that core as possible. I mean, I can sweep it back more for now. I mean, I may as well. It's kind of how it's supposed to be. Sorry, moved away from the mic there. Yeah. I just realized in a minute I gotta be a little bit careful. It'll be fine for this level, but if I go down below this level, I can end up putting blocks inside the ship. Oh, okay, yeah. It makes that weird sound if you pick a block it doesn't like. It's a different type or something like that. Come on. Here, blocks. Right, down to there. And this is going to come out to half blocks with that one and with that one, then half block. Right, so for now, that I think is basically complete-ish. I mean, ish. Oh, that's upsetting. Because that's going to go in that way around. Doesn't quite feel right. Okay, let's take the mirror mode off a second and let's see if we can make that look a little bit better. Because I don't like it when the doors don't feel like they belong. And I wish they had more options for this. I mean, this is, of course, this means I wish they had all the blocks. I like it when it goes like that. It makes me feel like the door belongs more. Because the armor it's shaped for the door. So that makes me feel like the door belongs a bit more than does. I mean, I've got a horrible feeling I might end up putting this door down here or changing something yet, because it kind of feels to me like I want to close this area off. I don't quite know how I would do that just yet. I mean, we're going internal now. I needn't use these blocks. Could probably use a slightly less offensive weight block, to be honest. Let's still go steel. Not going to go hardened. It's one of those things where I feel like this area would be closed off. Just because this is going to be the living quarters. And quite know how I'm going to do that. So I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking to go around the blocks. Because, well, you know, the temptation is to put like a window in, but then you think, would you really want a window in an elevator looking into your bedroom? I mean, it depends. Ultimately, technically, the idea is you're probably not going to be having guests, are you? But you know, you have to assume one day you're going to meet a nice friendly alien, bring it back, you know, show it around the ship, that kind of thing. You're supposed to be Kirk, right? You know, it just feels a bit off if you don't do something. Maintain some privacy. There we go. That one or that one? I go this one. Like that. Looks fine. Looks lovely. Wonderful. Love it. Then I think I put that there, that there. Let's leave a space. Trying to work out here. I can cut it off there through to there. I actually think I want to cut it off here. Because I'm going to want to put a med bay and no 2 chamber there. Just in case. There's times when you're running back in the ship like a crazy person. Because, like me, you've completely forgotten that you're running out of oxygen. And you're literally about to die. You should really do is put a fridge there as well, because I quite regularly leave myself to starve. I think there's a block for this, isn't there? The block that goes that way round, but on both sides. I'm sure there is. Sure, it's in like here somewhere. This one. There you go. I knew there's a block for this. And then yeah, no, we'll do this one half block that way. Didn't mean to do that. That was wrong. You can tell how much I go in creative because I forget all the time about switching bars correctly. Sure. And that will come out of this room. This is, I believe, some of these are not shaped blocks. So I'm going to try and remove ones which are not shaped blocks and see if I get it right. Let's see. This one. Balls. Okay. So that answers that question. So. Is that... Oh, that is a square block. Oh, so it is a square block. So I can... change that one to something else. Okay. I can make it, for example, like that. And then because what I want to do is probably make that. I'll probably end up doing this on both sides, but I'm just going to do it on the one side for now. Yeah, because this one I'll do that one. I think the shower will go there actually. So this one might change that up slightly. Because like the toilet, I like the idea of being able to shut the door. Crazy as that sounds. And so the toilet, I like the idea of being able to shut the door. The shower, I don't really care. Don't ask me why. This is kind of a weird personal thing, obviously. I don't have a good explanation for this. Other than perhaps the smell. You know, maybe that's the reasoning. But again, that's not gonna fit that, is it? That's gonna be the wrong size, isn't it? Well, that would be the right size. And you can do it like that. Actually, there you go. And then here we can do the same thing. That one over. And that is where your crapper is going to be. And I think I'm going to put the door to the crapper on that side. It really does the pillar supporting the door next to your toilet really need to be made of combat steel. I guess only if your like diarrhea or whatever is going to be so explosive that you actually need a combat steel wall to handle it. So there we go. We'll put toilet in there, which we need to find one. We got, sure, we've got some of those somewhere. We've got to have oodles of those because you can't take them apart. There you go. So I like the fact though they've added a modern shower. Oh no, I was going to say they didn't add a modern toilet, but they have now added a modern toilet. I am intrigued though that the toilet floor has height. Does it have an internal? It does. It has an internal lip. So as you can either wash the floor down or just get drunk and piss all over the floor and just be done with it. It's fine. Mr. Smith has been there with the with the explosive diarrhea that requires combat steel. Holy crap. think quite a lot of us have had those times, but combat steel? I mean, you could go for the full armored door. I'm even tempted to put a cross door like that. I kind of like that. Again, gives that shape, and then I can change the other bit up, and that'll be fine. I'm gonna go for the cross door. It's armored, it's reinforced. It'll be fine. But I'm not sure I've got a shape that'll do that properly. Where's the gun? Oh, because I'm using the drone. I keep expecting the gun to show up. That's why one of the reasons I keep changing. And changing back, and changing, and changing back. Ooh, I'm not sure there's one that does this. Yeah, for the moments when the shit really hits the fan. That's what it is. I'm not sure there's a block that's gonna fit this well. I mean, there's that one. But if I'm right, yeah, that one's gonna have a little recess along there. I mean, you can do it the other way around. Oh, not quite. That way. That's probably going to look tidier. There's not one with it on the extra on both sides. I don't think. There's that, but that's not going to... No, that's not going to do it. It needs to be almost square at the top. Yeah, I don't see another one that does it. Pretty sure that's not going to fly. Oh. Okay. That one it is, and we'll go in for there. That'll finish it off. Bathroom zone. There's got a bit of that extra space. And yeah, if you crap so bad that it breaks the combat steel wall, then you're gonna get sucked out into space. That's the end of that. And this side, oddly, I'm fine with the whole just showering where everyone can see you crap. Not a problem for me. Don't seem to mind. So, how am I going to do this? That one or something like that one? Ooh, what have I done? Hang on. Not sure I figured out what way around I'm putting this. There was a reason in my head I went for this block. Only I can remember what it was now. Oh, what? I'm trying to remember. Why did I choose this block? There was a reason, I swear. It might have been to go like that, and then actually leave it slightly open at the top. Let's put the shower in and decide. Shower's going in there. Yeah, I do want the block on on top to be a full block. So I'm not quite sure where my brain was going with the other bit. But I kind of want it to just disappear up into the corner. Yeah, I'm sure there's a block that goes all the way. There is. I know what block I'm thinking of. Oh, pretty sure. Yep, that's what I'm thinking of. Putting that there and then up there. Looks almost weird, but it's not. I don't think there's anything you can put there next to it. It looks kind of funky, very Art Deco. So my only other thought is, aside from the blast door blocks that we can see the bottom of there, I'm thinking living area. Can we get rid of that one a second before I forget? Yeah, thinking living area. I mean, if you're going to have a captain's quarters, you might as well go big. Thinking maybe the bed in this zone. You know, armor locker here. This one, I've obviously switched away from doing what was on that one. So, I'm sorry, that is not that block. There you go. And this one can actually go as in this one. Make it look like it fits better. Yep, that's fine. And this one can go full triangle. Slightly more reasonable. I mean, you could always block that off again and do like did in the other one and just go triangle, a triangle bit along there. That would also work. I might yet do that. Kind of like that idea. And then you would go for perhaps an armor locker here. We've got an armor locker. I'm sure we've got one somewhere. There we go. The only problem with having so many armor lockers dotted around is that I get confused which one I left my crap in. So let's get a bed. I like the look of this one, but I suspect this, to me, this one just looks more comfortable. I feel like I want a bed that's like 4 blocks. A huge bed. Because this living area is fairly sizable. Let's sleep under the stars. Like this. Yeah. Beautiful. Then we can put up, I don't know. Not quite like that. will do. Something like that. There's a part of me now that says, actually, get rid of that and put the desk there. You can look out, see it, then go to sleep later. Sure, why not? They don't have bedside tables in this, do they? Nope. What else are we gonna have here? See, part of me says what it would do is put like a bit here to put like a natural divider. And you just go. Like so. Then maybe have an office space or something here. With desk here. Seat to sit down if you're forward. Something like that. Another one of these. Yes, I'm hungry. Why does it say this person is offline? On the Twitch chat. I do not know. Why does it say this person is online? Me? It says I'm offline. It is very confusing because my Twitch streaming thing does not seem to work properly. Yeah, it does say I'm offline. This has got to be something to do with streaming from the fact that I'm streaming it through Streamlabs, because I'm streaming to both from Streamlabs. Streamlabs is splitting it and sending it. So I don't know why it does it. I don't have a good answer for you there, I'm afraid. I wish I knew. And this will be your home cinema. No? Office area, yep. Yeah. Home cinema zone. I need to put like a sink or something around here, I've just realized. Oh, need to fix. Oh, okay. Don't shoot the furniture. There you go. That'll do for now. And here we can have the kitchen work surface if we want it. Doesn't quite work like that, so we'll put it over here. Yeah, what we'll do is put that over there. Somewhere. And we'll put like another one down here. We'll put a fridge in the middle. Then we can just have like bedroom fridge. Oh, you got modern. How is this a modern wardrobe compared to the other one? Closet, wardrobe. Not sure I feel that quite that way about things. Let's just put one of those there just for deco. And I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into this. Just seems like the thing to do. I don't know. Yeah, and what I'd like to do is have like a TV on the diagonal, but it doesn't really like that. Yeah, I'm kind of ignoring it, but I'll fix it. Did I eat the Dino Royale? I ate the Dino Royale. Let's eat the veggie burger. Blech. See, it didn't even vaguely fill me up. Let's have a look. What else? Can we make anything good? No. I mean, to be fair, we should now, he says, be able to go down to core world, come over here, and actually go through. I don't like the fact that yellow seems to show through that gap. Not happy about that. Go through here, and I can pick myself dinner. Should have a bunch now. Ooh, that's something else I could do. I've got a whole bunch of these from when I went round and got stuff, so I should be able to make some bandages now. I don't know why I'm not just eating one of the ration packs I have, but I'm suddenly feeling the need to pick the vegetables. There you go. Done. But I actually have in here probably enough. Wow, I definitely have enough, I would think, to craft like a stupid number of bandages now. So that'll be something we can do next episode and move on with that. Yes, eat. Quick, eat. What do you think about it? There you go. Done. I am confused at why Twitch does say I'm offline now, to the person who asked that question again, because honestly, it's making no sense to me at the moment why it does that. Because it shows me as online, but if I go to watch my video, it doesn't work properly either. So, who knows? Right, let's have a look back here. I have disconnected myself from the loot container. Let's just finish off what we're looking at here. Let's grab this, and I'm probably going to adjust these slightly. And how am I doing this? Let's bring that up like this. I will do in combat steel because this is supposed to be as tough as balls, this area. I mean, this I might trim back a second, but yeah, this area is supposed to be absolutely bomb-proof. I need to put the cockpit in here. I'll probably go back here. Then I'll put some deco blocks around. And this will be where we fly our ship from. So let's see. If I take this one out and this one out. Yep. turn this back on for a second. I'm going to make it like that, I think. There we go, yeah. Like that, and like that. And then I'm happy. And then we'll go for these. For that one. And then in here, we are going to put, where is it? A ventilator. I should really put a ventilator downstairs. Downstairs in the bedroom as well, didn't I? There you go. One ventilator. So we're now oxygenated up here, which would be good. We need to put some lighting here somewhere. Let's see what we're gonna do in terms of lighting. Got any lights? Minimal. Oh look, base and CV parts. We must have lights in here somewhere. Ooh, teleporter. That is something I may end up putting like right, not there. Right, somewhere. Yeah, I need to figure that out. So I'm gonna have to put a sensor up here somewhere. Oh no, I can put one there and put one there. I'm gonna want a sensor here for the door area, which I might actually put below and then put it up through, because that might work better. And then I might want a sensor for a teleporter right here. So let's put one of those down and one of those down, and that'll be good. That'll be plenty. So I will put the teleporter in. Now I'll just show people. I think I've shown this plenty of times before. But just for a thing, you can set up your motion sensor here, and if you tap on it, you can go into devices and you can go for an interactive setup, and this red block is everything that activates. Now for this, we want to bring it down as much as possible. There you go. That's going to be that one little block right there. And we'll go in and we can escape the interactive setup. And we can do this, which pulls everything together. Second, but if we go to the signals and sensors, that motion sensor, which should now just be this little block, go into signal logic and we'll call it learn to type. There we go, teleporter. So we add that one in. It's fine. And then all we need to do is bung down a teleporter, which we happen to have here, handily tucked away. Put in one teleporter. Have I accidentally switched the shields back on? Oh, no I haven't. I know what I've done. I know what the problem I've got here is that teleporter is a base teleporter, isn't it? It's going to be a base only teleporter. Yep. teleporter comes from a base. Do I have a CV teleporter? I don't think I do. Okay. Well, there is something that's going to be on the shopping list. I don't think I can build a teleporter either for a CV. I can't even see that it's a thing here. Oh, that's a small constructor, that's why. Okay, give me the advanced constructor, please. I now need to know. Okay, can I make one? Ion drives, I really wanted to try those out. I still can't actually use my bloody repair console. I don't see on here a teleporter. Right there, teleporter, CV teleporter, engineering components. So that comes from engineering. So I need to find a CV teleporter because I don't seem to have one. But that will be eventually a teleporter, he says, after all that. Never mind. This one, what we'll do is, this is over here. So just over here, we can put another sensor right here. And yeah, don't think you can do them behind in Empyrion. You can in Space Engineers, but I'm fairly sure, yeah, they don't go behind in Empyrion. They only go in front. So what you need to do, again, we'll close that down to quite small. I don't want it to be massive. I just want it to do the area just in front. Because I don't want it to be constantly opening and closing. Same for here. I'm going to open that one up. But that should, if I keep that up, I should, if I go up here, be able to see that up here. And then if I want to, I can even extend that to there. So basically when I step into this zone, those will open. Otherwise, they will close. The only problem with that, maybe, is that it's not going to work outside. Because if I put it up here, it would work outside, but it would also go off when I walk to the teleporter. So that's a little frustrating. The other place to put it is like on the floor or like right there or something stupid like that. Or make one of these blocks flat and just stick it there. But you can't stick it there because it won't do behind. You would have to stick it like on that it's not gonna let me. I want to say on the face I'm facing that way. That would be the only way to get it to work. But we'll see if I just do this one and exit interactive setup again. We'll add that to, which motion sensor is that then? Where did I just stick a motion sensor somewhere? Okay, never mind. Well, add the group because I can't be bothered to do it all again. We'll just sensors, there we go. And this one, we could always name it. This one's signal is going to be bridge exit. So then we just do Oh, wrong thing. Let's go to the blast doors. Ooh, that is funky. I've never noticed that on blast doors. Okay, blast door E1. Yeah. And you press F to open it. Doesn't seem to want to work. Wow, something is jittery right there. Okay. That is weird. We'll have to find out what's going on there. But we should be able to go to blast door and say open and close is on. Bridge exit. Same for this one. Open and close on bridge exit. Then we'll go out. Then we don't have to worry about the jittery. Go out. Oh, and we fall to our death. Oh god! Oh god! Yay! We survive. But yeah, then hopefully we can actually get back in. We'll have to see about the getting back in thing. Can't seem to do that right now. But as is, I'm gonna say time is getting on, and I'm relatively happy with what we've done. I think I'm gonna have to do some texturing and making it nicer looking, and maybe the one last thing I will add before. Why is that not working? Yeah, game's going a bit funny. The one last thing I will add before we go will be an actual cockpit, because that seems like a good idea. Right, do I want to add that one? Can't add that one because that's for if you're using an off-center one. I only use the command chair. I'm going to put the command chair there, and then I might end up like putting a couple of other like dummy stations here or something, and then or getting some bridge crew. Get some bridge crew to come up here and fly my ass for me. But with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always if you've enjoyed, and join us again when the next episode of Empyrion should come out on Tuesday. So take it easy and have a good evening. Thanks a lot.